In this video, we will demonstrate how to use the clip mask. Now, normally where you're going to use the clip mask is either in the drawing model or the sheet model. And you'll notice that on this sheet here, we have some reference files that are attached. So if I go to my attach tools, and we have these particular reference files attached, you'll notice that we have some shapes out here, and these shapes are created from the name boundary tool. And that particular tool is demonstrated in a separate video, but whenever you do the name boundaries, it's going to go through here and put a boundary of whatever size shape that you want, and then it outputs it to a drawing model and a sheet model. Now, for the clip mask, you would normally do that in the drawing model. That way it's going to reflect in the sheet model. The most common type that you would go through there and apply a clip mask is to mask out a certain area, and then you maybe want to add in some text or maybe a quantity block or whatever. So that's the most typical situation where you would probably do a clip mask, and we'll demonstrate how to do that right now. So if we go ahead and go to our models, and you'll notice that we have three models inside of here. We have this model right here, which is the Plan 1, this drawing model, and then also this drawing model. And then we also have sheet models that's going to reflect in that drawing model. So on this one here, I will go to the drawing model of plan number 2, and I will open that up. And now you'll notice that we have that boundary from the default model. And basically it's going to show everything that's inside of the default model, but everything else around it is masked out. So if we want to apply a clip mask maybe to this area right here to maybe put in some text, we'll go to our attach tools, we'll click on the down arrow, and we will select references. Now inside of here, you're going to get the option to do the mask. But the first thing that we need to do is identify what shape for the mask. And in order to do that, we need to use the place fence tool. So I'll go through my selection tools, and I can click on my down arrow, and I can use this first option that says place fence. And for this one right here, I'll just use the method of block and then the mode of inside. And I will just go out here and dynamically place a block. And once I have that, I can close the tool down, and now I have that fence defined. Now I can go back into my reference right here. I can go ahead and right click over that plan sheet one, and underneath there's an option that says clip mask. Go ahead and select it. Now basically you just go through here and accept that mask. And I'll just left click out on the blank screen to close it out, and I can close down my reference toolbox. And now you'll notice that we have that mask defined. If I want to put in another one for whatever reason, just to show for an example, I could do the same thing. Maybe this time I'll just put a mask up in this area. Right click over the file, do the clip mask, accept it by just left clicking, and then I can go ahead and close it out. And now you'll see that that mask has been placed out there. So now if I go into my actual sheet model, go to the models, and this time I will go to plan 2, but I'll go to the actual sheet model. I'll go ahead and double left click to open it up. I can close it out, and you'll notice that that mask has been applied to that sheet model. So now I can come in here. Let's go back to the plan 2, which is the actual drawing model. And this is where I can come in here and maybe put in some text if I need to put in some text inside of this area. So that's the demonstration of how to apply and use a clip mask. Now if for some reason you will need to delete one of these clips, I can come up here, go back to my attach tools, and right click over that file. There's an option that says delete clip. You simply select it, and now you just go through here and identify which clip that you want to delete. So let's say I just want to delete this clip right here. I can click on that, click on somewhere around that boundary, and it will remove that particular clip mask. And I could do the same thing for this one, but I'm not going to worry about it for this example. So that's how to use the clip mask in ORD.